Hey everyone, Zuro's here. Ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., knowing you've got a massive day ahead and thought, what's the worst that could happen if I just skip sleep tonight? We've all been there, tempted to push through. But let me tell you, the price your body pays for even one all-nighter is way higher than you might imagine. It's not just about feeling a bit tired or groggy the next day. We're talking about a cascade of negative effects that ripple through your entire system. From the moment your brain realizes it's been deprived of its crucial rest period, things start to go sideways. Your cognitive functions, your mood, your physical health, they all take a significant hit. Stick around, because what you're about to learn might just convince you to prioritize those Z's and go to bed early tonight. Alright, let's start with the command center, your brain. After about 16 hours of continuous wakefulness, your brain already starts to show signs of strain. You might notice you're not as sharp, maybe you're rereading sentences, or you're finding it harder to concentrate in conversations. This isn't just you feeling tired, it's a measurable decline in cognitive performance. Your brain cells, or neurons, are literally becoming less efficient at communicating with each other. Now push that to the 24-hour mark without sleep, and things get significantly worse. Your cognitive impairment is comparable to someone with a blood alcohol content of 0.10%. That's legally drunk in most places. Imagine trying to make important decisions or perform complex tasks when your brain is essentially functioning as if you've had a few too many drinks. You'll likely feel incredibly forgetful. Trying to recall names, facts, or even what you were doing a few minutes ago can become a real struggle. Beyond memory, your emotional regulation goes haywire. You might find yourself irritable, moody, or overly sensitive. This emotional instability is a direct consequence of your prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive functions, being offline. And speaking of executive functions, your decision-making capabilities take a massive nosedive. So, when you're running on empty, you're more likely to make impulsive, risky decisions. This isn't just about choosing the wrong outfit. It can impact financial choices, interpersonal interactions, and even your safety. This is precisely why sleep-deprived driving is so incredibly dangerous, often equated to drunk driving. Micro-sleeps, brief, involuntary episodes of sleep lasting a few seconds, can occur without you even realizing it. And if that happens behind the wheel, the consequences can be catastrophic. Many tragic accidents are attributed to drowsy driving, highlighting how critical sleep is for something as routine as commuting. So what about that trusty cup of coffee, or that energy drink you chug to power through? While caffeine can provide a temporary jolt and mask some feelings of tiredness, it's crucial to understand that it's merely a patch, not a fix. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes sleepiness, but it doesn't address the underlying physiological need for rest. Now let's talk about what's happening to your heart and your hormones when you skip a night of sleep. Your cardiovascular system, much like your brain, really doesn't appreciate being forced into overtime. Sleep is a period of rest and recovery for your heart, too. During normal sleep, your heart rate and blood pressure naturally dip, giving your heart a much-needed break. When you deny your body this, you're putting an undue strain on this vital organ, and the effects can be felt even after just one sleepless night. One of the immediate consequences of sleep deprivation is an increase in your blood pressure. Studies have consistently shown that even a single night of insufficient sleep can cause your blood pressure readings to be higher the next day. If this becomes a chronic pattern, you're looking at a significantly increased risk for hypertension, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Alongside the rise in blood pressure, your body also ramps up the production of stress hormones, particularly cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone, and while it has important functions, chronically elevated levels are bad news for your health. Sleep deprivation signals to your body that something is wrong, triggering this stress response. This sustained release of cortisol can contribute to a whole host of problems, including further cardiovascular strain, inflammation, and even weight gain. Your insulin sensitivity also takes a hit. Insulin is the hormone responsible for helping your cells absorb glucose from your bloodstream for energy. When you're sleep deprived, your cells become less responsive to insulin. This means more sugar stays in your bloodstream, leading to elevated blood sugar levels. Just one night of poor sleep can impair insulin sensitivity to a degree comparable to that seen in individuals with prediabetes. Let's move on to another critical system that takes a beating when you don't sleep: your immune system. Think of sleep as the time when your body's defense forces regroup, rearm, and repair. Your immune system is incredibly active during sleep, producing and releasing vital proteins and cells that protect you against illness and infection. When you cut that process short, you're essentially sending your internal army into battle, unprepared and under-equipped. One of the key players in this nighttime immune activity is a group of proteins called cytokines. Your body relies on the deep stages of sleep to produce and release specific types of cytokines that are crucial for mounting an effective immune response. So, what happens when you go without sleep for 24 hours? The production of these protective cytokines plummets. This means your immune system's ability to respond to threats like viruses or bacteria is significantly weakened. After just one night of significantly reduced sleep or a full 24 hours of wakefulness, your immune defenses can take a serious hit. Ever noticed that after a night of little to no sleep, you suddenly have an insatiable craving for all things greasy, sugary, and carby? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not just in your head, and it's not a simple lack of willpower. There's a powerful hormonal shift happening inside your body that's driving these intense cravings. The main culprits behind this phenomenon are two key hormones that regulate hunger and fullness: ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is often dubbed the hunger hormone. When you're sleep deprived, your body significantly ramps up its production of ghrelin. On the flip side, we have leptin. After a sleepless night, your leptin levels take a nosedive. This means the signals telling your brain you're satisfied are much weaker, or they might not even get through effectively. This hormonal imbalance does more than just make you feel generally hungrier. It specifically steers your brain towards certain types of food. Your brain, in its sleep-deprived state, is desperately seeking quick energy and comfort. This translates into intense cravings for high-calorie, high-fat, and high-sugar foods, the classic junk food categories. So, you've pulled an all-nighter or had a terrible night's sleep. You're feeling the brain fog, the cravings are intense, and you're generally not at your best. The big question is, can you actually recover from this? Is the damage permanent, or can you bounce back? The good news is, for an occasional night of lost sleep, your body is remarkably resilient and recovery is indeed possible. However, it's not as simple as just sleeping it off the next night. One night without sleep, while certainly impactful as we've discussed, is generally recoverable for most healthy individuals. Your body will naturally try to compensate. You might find yourself sleeping longer or deeper the following night. However, it's crucial to understand that making a habit of sleepless nights is where the real long-term problems begin to accumulate. Chronic sleep deprivation is a different beast altogether, leading to a buildup of sleep debt and more persistent negative health consequences. You can't truly catch up on all the intricate cellular repair and hormonal balancing that was missed during that sleepless period with just one long sleep. However, you can certainly mitigate much of the immediate fallout. The key to recovery and to preventing future issues is establishing a pattern of consistent quality sleep. This means not just trying to make up for lost sleep on the weekend, but aiming for sufficient sleep most nights. Your body thrives on routine. A few nights of consistent, adequate sleep will help restore your cognitive function, rebalance your hormones, and allow your immune system to get back to full strength. So, as we've seen, going just 24 hours without sleep isn't just about feeling tired. It's a full-body assault. From impairing your brain function to the level of intoxication, to throwing your heart and hormones into chaos, weakening your immune defenses, and even hijacking your food cravings, the impact is profound. Sleep isn't a luxury that you can afford to skimp on when life gets busy. It's a fundamental biological necessity, your body's built-in, non-negotiable repair and maintenance system. Think of sleep as an essential daily appointment your body needs to keep. It's when your brain consolidates memories, clears out toxins, and recharges. So the next time you're tempted to burn the midnight oil and push through an all-nighter, just remember what we've talked about today. Your body definitely keeps the receipts, and the bill for lost sleep can be surprisingly high.